Hi guys, tried to be normal here. It's Tuesday, August 21st, 2018, and I stumbled across this article at dcdirtylaundry.com. It's by Michael Manalian, dated also for today. Journalist Michael Hastings was working on a story about CIA Chief John Brennan at the time of his mysterious death. It's worth taking a second look at this article from 2013, now that former CIA Director John Brennan is in the headlines attacking President Trump for trying to, quote, silence him. From the Daily Mail on August 15th, 2013, renowned investigative journalist Michael Hastings was working on a story about CIA Chief Brennan at the time of his mysterious death. The mysterious death of famed investigative journalist Michael Hastings took a surprising turn this week when it was revealed that the target of his latest expose was CIA Director John Brennan. Hastings was killed in a fiery car crash in the Hancock Park neighborhood of Los Angeles about 4:25 a.m. on June 18th of 2013. Witnesses describe his speeding Mercedes coupe as creating sparks and flames before it fishtailed into a palm tree and exploded. Hastings' body was burned beyond recognition. There's a member of the Fast and Furious cast that met the same fate in a muscle car like that. Swerved, hit a tree, burned beyond recognition. Just saying. Earlier that day, Hastings had sent an email to his editor at the website BuzzFeed, alerting him that the feds are interviewing my close friends and associates. Perhaps if the authorities arrive, BuzzFeed GQ or HQ may be wise to immediately request legal counsel before any conversations or interviews about our news gathering practices or related journalism issues. He added that also, I'm onto a big story and need to go off the radar for a bit. Now, it's also strange, if you look back here, here's a Reddit. WikiLeaks reveals Clinton was sent a damning account of her actions in Benghazi, written by Michael Hastings. 5 months later, he was murdered in a car crash. And this is an archived version. Somebody mentioned Michael Hastings' car crash is another reason why we need to buy into self-driving cars, or I would say ones that could be remotely controlled, pretty much a computer with a seat and steering wheel. So, in this one article here, it says that the link to Hillary Clinton would be through John Brennan. However, that might be true. In my opinion, equally fatal would be investigating John Brennan or Hillary Clinton. Let's see if
It has been nearly 2 months since journalist Michael Hastings died in a fiery car crash in Los Angeles. This morning, we have exclusive information about eyewitness accounts of that crash, and surveillance video has been released. Investigative journalist Kim Dvorak joins us now with the latest details in this ongoing investigation. We've been on this story now for, it seems, for a couple of months, and we finally got an answer from the Los Angeles Police Department, didn't we?
Yes, we did. The Los Angeles Police Department actually sent out an 8-page document denying virtually everything we requested, except for the 911 text of 7 callers who were woken up in the middle of the night, or 4:20 in the morning, and reported the explosion to the police department.
If we can, let's show the surveillance video, I think, first, because I think that is a new, unique look, and describe what we're seeing here, Kim.
Okay, what we see is a car going across the screen. You're going to see 3 explosions at the very end. Now, if you were to slow the tape down, you'd see about the 14-second mark. The car has a pre-explosion, it almost looks like, and then you see the lights completely go out of the vehicle. Then you see the car turn slightly right, and then after that you see the 3 explosions, and one's the horizontal. The first one is most likely a normal explosion, but what investigators have told me through discussions and looking at the video and over and over, said the second and third explosions aren't indicative of a normal car accident. So that, in essence, we have more questions. It seems like this story, this is where we go, we get more questions.
Let's now get a look at the 911 calls. We put the text. Now, we didn't receive the audio of these 911 calls, but they did send texts of a number of calls.
Yes, they did.
We're still requesting the audio. Is that not correct?
Yes, we are still requesting the audio. They refused to send that out, but if you want to care to read the...
Yeah, here's call number 1 at 4:23. Right when the accident was occurring, caller reported an accident. The car exploded. Caller transferred to LA City Fire Department. By the way, all of these 911 calls released to you by Charlie Beck, the chief of police in LAPD. Is that significant in any way?
My sources are telling me that it may be significant in one way because they bring up federal law again and again and again. And it may be something the LAPD is poking the eye of federal government agencies that should be taking over or maybe have taken over investigation, and that's why they refuse to release the information.
In all three of these calls, the word explosion, giant explosion, explosion, we see, and that is obviously seen in the surveillance video. Why is that important?
It's important because this is something that woke 7 different people up at 4:20 in the morning. It's important because cars just don't blow up. And every time we go out and we try to get information like we do with the LAPD, we get more stonewalling and more questions out of this. Now, I've spoke to so many different people. We've had tens of thousands of people respond to the story here on San Diego 6. And, we continue to work on the story. It's a developing story still, and we're not going to stop.
In fact, you're going to submit FOIA requests, or you already have to the federal authorities?
We will be working with Judicial Watch here. It's a Washington-based group that's helping us out because they find this very odd. They want the answers to this as well. And we're going to go after the Department of Justice, Eric Holder. We'll be going after CIA, DOD, FBI, you name it, they're all going to be named, and we want these questions answered. And if there was nothing that was foul play here, as the LAPD said from the get-go, no foul play was involved. Let the journalist have the report. Let us read what was going on. It's the quickest way to make this all go away. And for some reason, nobody wants this to go away. And here we go.
All right, Kim Dvorak, investigative journalist. Thank you for joining us this morning.
So here we go. From that we can gather that, the big story he was working now appears to be about Spy Chief Brennan, who has been described in secret emails from the president of CIA contract Stratfor, Fred Burton, and released by WikiLeaks as being on a witch hunt of investigative journalists. Gee, now the journalists these days are accusing Trump of witch hunting and calling journalists the enemy of the state. And right here it says that back in this administration they're at a witch hunt of investigative journalists. Anyway, I just found these two things and noted that this one here is also on Reddit. So that the Michael Hastings thing, anytime you get near Hillary Clinton or anybody that's around her, i.e. John Brennan, probably James Comey, who knows, you end up dead. And that's what happened here. So, just wanting to make a note of that. Y'all have a wonderful day.